Have you ever heard the saying, add years to your life and add life to those years? Do you want to know the secret of achieving it? Listen in as I explain. Are you struggling to keep your head above water and brushing aside how you physically feel? You know you need to do something to feel better, but what? Nothing's working and you're about to give up. I hear ya. I'm Jolene, a nutritional therapy practitioner, a wife, and a furry guardian. Like you, I let my work and everything else get in the way of health, often chasing skinny instead of health until I learned how the body worked. Welcome to Holistic Health Made Simple, where I share all the tips, tricks, and science to set you free from the overwhelm of diet culture and frustration with the ever-changing health rules, going beyond the calorie and diet dogma to equip you to be healthy through simple changes to food, mindset, and lifestyle. If you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and learn how to feel better with changes that work for you, results that are undeniable like more energy, improved mood, better sleep, and fat loss, this is the podcast for you. Pop in those headphones, take a deep breath, and let's get healthy. Hey there. I was scrolling the other day and I saw this saying, add years to your life and life to those years. Now I know I previously talked about some of the hard truths about health and the importance of getting healthy and being able to participate in life, but today I thought I'd expand on it a little more. Knowing that we all leave this world at some point in time, it's something we can't escape. But that often brings up that thought process. Well, we only live once. Yes, we do only live once, and we have no clue how many years we will be on this side of the dirt. So, shouldn't we look into adding more life? As to the saying, we understand what adding years to our life means, having a longer life expectancy. Adding life to those years means being active and actually thriving in those years. I, for one, want to make the best of the years I have. So, do you want to add potential years to your life, as well as adding life to those years? You see, I personally want to focus on adding life to the years I'm here. But the secret to adding life isn't really all that secret. It's as simple as building healthy habits. Harvard researchers found that healthy habits added nearly 15 years to life expectancy and the equivalent to $100 trillion in healthcare savings. That, my friend, is adding the life into your years. Being healthy is one of the things that add life to those years, being just physically healthy. So how exactly do we just do this? What healthy habits are we supposed to be adding into our life? The concept of building healthy habits gets thrown out left and right. What exactly are these generic healthy habits? This is where so many experts will differ to the point it gets so confusing we just give up and run away. It's too hard to figure out what they mean. But if you listen really closely, they all have the same underlying ideas. This is where it is really important you avoid any kind of dogma or absolutes. If you've been following me for any bit of time, you see I believe strongly in tweaking everything to work best for you to be a thriving participant in life. Where do we start? Well, it all starts by taking a holistic approach to building healthy habits. You are a whole person, so we need to look at all the moving parts, focusing on habits that not only nourishes your body, but will also your mind and spirit. And before many of you tune out at the term spirit, whether you're religious or not, we all have a spirit to feed. The spiritual aspects of health are having a sense of purpose in life, believing in something greater than yourself. You will see as we go into the different areas and tips for nurturing them all, how they kind of all fit back together. Before we dive into all the tips for today, I want to remind you that the Simple Solutions Collective is now open, and for a very limited time, you can join and get the first 6 months at half off the normal $27 a month price. Yep, that means you can join today for $13.50. But don't wait too long. The deal has only been extended until Thursday, November 30th. Use code CYBERVIP2023 at checkout. The link and the code will be in the show notes. Now, When we start building habits, we always need to start with the basics. Even if you've been doing this a while, make sure you've got those basics mastered. All the biohacking won't work unless you have the basics down. I know. You hear all these newfangled things and you want to try them out, but if you don't have the basics down, you're just going to be spinning your wheels even more than you already are. So let's start with the body, specifically food. I said it before, your body needs nutrients. You cannot out-supplement or outrun a bad diet. Start slowly as you need to make the changes stick. This is a big one. If you try to do a massive overhaul of everything you eat, most people give up and fail pretty easily. But if you make little changes at a time, they stick. And you don't even notice them, so it's not painful either. Start by prioritizing your protein. Yes, you've heard that over and over again, and you will hear it over and over again. But that's the first place you start. And then you start reducing the ultra-processed foods. Remove them one at a time until they're gone from your regular diet, and remain only on the rare occasion. Ultra-processed foods are packaged foods with a huge long list of ingredients, many of which you can't pronounce or you have no clue what they are. So stick to real foods or minimally processed foods. I like the rule of if it comes out of a package, keep it to 6 ingredients or less. And try to make sure you actually know what those ingredients are. As you progress, you will learn more and more about what your body needs and what it doesn't need, what it likes and what it doesn't like. But like I said, we have to start with the basics first. And another basic is staying hydrated. Every day, work towards adding more and more plain water into your daily routine until your urine has a slight tinge of yellow throughout the day. You don't want it too light and you don't want it too dark. You want to just stay hydrated. Again, I'll link the hydration episodes so that you can learn a little bit more about that if you hadn't heard it yet. The next part of nourishing your body is movement. Movement is not only imperative for a healthy body, it is imperative for a functioning one, especially as we age. We want to be mobile. So the first thing I need you to stop doing is using exercise as a form of punishment. I don't care what you ate. Exercising will not do anything to mitigate a bad diet. We want to focus on the improvements it gives to our insulin uptake and our cardiovascular health, as well as keeping us mobile and agile. Start by finding things you can do, things you like to do, and things you can tolerate doing. The goal should be getting the heart rate up, building muscle, and getting mobility into the joints. Walking is great for cardiovascular, as is dancing around your house. You can merge muscle building with mobility with something like yoga or Pilates. Most of us should be starting with either body weight or extremely light weights. You don't want to go too heavy too soon because you don't want to get hurt. Then be consistent. If your schedule only has room for 2 20-minute sessions, then ink that in on your calendar and don't miss them. It's better to do a little consistently than nothing at all. And then when you have some extra time, maybe watching TV at night, you can add in some yoga stretches, some squats, anything in the commercial break for added bonus exercise. Remember, you don't have to be in gym clothes to work out in your home. Oh, and P.S., I have 2 separate guests coming up in the coming weeks that specialize in getting us moving. So let's move on to the next one, which is nourishing the mind. What we think and how we think will determine how we enjoy life. And yes, we are actually in control of our thoughts. We know with a little work, we can improve our thoughts to be more positive, find gratitude in the small stuff, and altering the negative. This doesn't mean never being or seeing the negative. It's acknowledging it, but not allowing it to alter our moods. You do this by either acknowledging it and then letting it go, if there's nothing you can do about it, or like I said, just reframing it by finding the lesson learned. The power of the mind is so amazing, it will make or break your health and whether you achieve your goals or not. I'll link the episode on the power of belief so that you can listen to learn more. The amount of science on this topic is amazing. The other aspect of nourishing our mind is keeping it active and challenged. Reading, playing games, and doing puzzles. These all are things that can keep our brain active and alert. Strive to be a constant learner. Mindless activities sound good, but if that's all you're doing trying to escape life, it can lead to cognitive decline as well as depression. So challenge yourself to find things to keep your brain going. Last up is the spirit. You've heard people say, "That made my soul happy," when they participated in something bigger than them. For many of us, it's our faith, prayer, meditation, acts of service that nourish our spirits. For others, it's acts of service or being part of a community and taking part of a cause that's greater than them. No matter your beliefs, connecting with nature, connecting with a greater cause, connecting with a charity is a great way to nourish your spirits. Go outside, touch the grass, the dirt, volunteer at your local homeless shelter, animal shelter. Find something that lights your heart up and makes you part of a bigger thing than just your life. When we look at our body as a whole, as a way to add life to those years is being physically able to participate in something bigger than you, and having the mindset to be positive and enjoy it. So movement, what you eat, how you nourish your mind, your mental state are all integrated so that you thrive and enjoy the years you are on this earth. I challenge you to implement one healthy habit each month until you have the foundation of a healthy lifestyle. Now, these are just the starting points. As you learn, you're going to learn how to start tweaking these. And then eventually you'll master the art of tweaking for you. Your years should have a lot of life in them when you focus on your health. On that note, friends, I will see you next time. Bye! Thanks for listening in today. I hope you got some nuggets to take on your health journey. Remember, this podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes. No medical advice is being given. By listening to this podcast, you agree to the full disclaimer, which is linked in the show notes. If you found this podcast helpful, could you take 30 seconds and leave a review? Your feedback means the world to me, and it helps others discover my show. Once again, thank you for being part of my community. Until next time, have a blessed day.